kind of dictate the game the way that they did?
Well, probably they're down 2-0, so they obviously had a level of urgency that we weren't able to match. Sometimes that happens. You have a successful road trip, you win a couple, you come home, you think maybe it's going to be easy. We should be farther along than that, so I got to prepare the guys better, clearly. And at some point, you got to get to your game. It just took us too long. Now, having said that, we weathered it because of Logan. Gave us every chance to get back in the game, and we did. So once it was 2-2, then, it was a little bit different. But, they executed better than we did. You see it in overtime. They had more jump, more urgency. We didn't have that level we needed tonight to win a playoff hockey game. For whatever reason, we'll sort through that. But again, the start was unacceptable, and we should be better than that. I think I look forward comparisons last year. Our first game at home here, we weren't very good either. Now it was game 1 of the series, not game 3, so you're kind of dipping your toe in. But again, we're going to need to be a lot better on Monday, and make sure we prepare the guys so we are.
Ken.
In the first 2 games, they didn't get a ton in transition. Today, they got quite a bit in the first 30 minutes. Is there anything they were doing differently or you guys weren't doing?
They exited quicker. They started doing that in game 2. A little more rim outs. Like look at the last goal, right? Just a rim out from a face-off win. Seen a lot more of that. A lot less touches in their end below the goal line. And our pinches weren't successful. We were very, very not a good area for us tonight, keeping a puck alive. Even the last one, I think Nabber lost his stick. They did a good job on the walls on those rim outs. We weren't able to, create much sustained pressure on those situations. So obviously that's something they saw in the first 2 games, that we were able to pin them maybe below their goal line. They made a change. We did talk about it before the game because we saw it. So they're in and out of their end quicker. Now you got people coming with you, and then they start beating you up the ice because we're in between a little bit. So give them credit for winning the board battle and then having the appropriate support. And we were a step behind all night in those reads and with our legs. As I said, Logan kept us in it, gave us a chance. But what made them successful, most of the game ended up being the winning goal success, so it wasn't by accident. They executed that part of the game well.
Mark, the playoffs are all about the game-to-game adjustments. What do you think's the biggest learning lesson from that one?
Just the start. I mean, we dug ourselves a hole that we were able to climb ourselves out of, but had to use a lot of energy to get out of there. Goalie obviously kept us in the game for the first probably 35 minutes of the game until we got the 2-1 goal. But playing a good team, hard to beat the best team in our conference 3 games in a row. So regroup. We'll have to make a few changes, but for the majority of the game, it was just the start that kind of cost us.
As the leader, do you focus on the fact that you were able to scratch and claw the way you did and find your game as it went on?
It's playoffs, it's results, right? You gotta either win or lose at this time of year. No moral victories. So, but yeah, I'm sure there's some good that we did, some bad that we did. It's all about just figuring out, what we did good, kind of build that into Monday night.
Brayden made a comment that he felt maybe there should have been more of an attack mentality in overtime, but you mentioned just the energy used from chasing the game. Do you feel like that played a role in that?
Could have, but yeah, I think we sat back a little too much. Obviously, it was kind of similar to the start of the game, right? We're on our heels there for the first 20-odd minutes. Thought a little similar in overtime. We had some chances. We had some chances at the end of the third to score. We had some chances in overtime to score. But he's right. We got to be a little bit more on our toes in overtime and try and take the game.
What did they do in those first 30, 35 minutes? Because it seemed early on you guys were not just giving up a lot of shots, but they were forcing you guys into a lot of turnovers as well.
Yeah, I think they played the game that we want to play, right? They're north-south. We're letting us make mistakes, and unfortunately we made those mistakes. Kind of fed into their transition. They were starting to flip a lot of pucks, starting to rim a lot of pucks on their breakout, and we kind of bought into it. Got a little greedy there. Weren't patient in our attack, and our forecheck wasn't in sync to start the game. So there's areas we need to improve, but still in a good spot going into Monday night. We just got to finally play our best game.
Your thoughts, Mark, on what Logan brought to the table tonight?
Yeah, he was great. He's the only reason we really had a chance halfway through the game. Probably could have been 5-6-0. We gave up like tons of odd man rushes, breakaways, 2-0s. We gave it up all. We really gave it all, and he was there to bail us out. So, yeah, he was awesome. Gave us a chance to win the game. So that's all you can really ask for from him.
Brayden, do you feel like the group has a clear enough assessment of where that went wrong to make the adjustments you need going into Game 4?
Yeah, I mean we gotta be better. First half of the game, I don't know how many odd man rushes it was, but Logan, kept us in the game and we were able to fight our way back. But yeah, we got to start better and have better starts.
What does it say about the team that you even took that game as far as you did given the start, and is that something that you focus on moving forward?
Yeah, I mean we played better second half for sure. Over time, I think we probably wanted a little bit more of an attack mentality. But in the end of the day, it is what it is. They got one, and now we move on to Game 4.
How critical were those first 30 minutes tonight?
Yeah, I mean they took it to us. We had no business being in that game. LT stood on his head and saved us and allowed us a chance, like I said. So we got to learn from it and be better starting Game 4.
Adjustments you want to see made moving into the next game?
Just get to our game. When we manage pucks, it's probably the biggest thing. We don't want to give them any extra offensive chances. So, managing the puck, getting our forecheck going is the biggest thing.
On the Eichel goal, did you know he was there, or were you just trying to clear the puck?
No, I was just trying to clear it. I got lucky, so ended up working out, so we'll take it.